Mike, there was a video I was going through this week. It was one of the podcasts, and it was funny. You said something with the "you've got this" in the background. You're like, yeah, you don't want a friend to just be like, you've got this, like that. Like,
Did I say that?
yeah. You're like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you need more than that. And like, it's standing right in the background. I'm like, I should blurb that out.
Oh, you totally should do that. Like a faux pas, like Mike's bloopers or faux pas. Talk about faux pas. I did with Ryan Lee. So,
this is the funniest. I laughed out loud.
What, Tomato Tuesday?
Yeah.
No, the segues. Where are you coming up with these?
He was the best. He's like, he goes, Tuesdays, what do you think? And I'm like, tomatoes? I know.
And I'm sitting there like, what?
I've never done a Taco Tuesday. I mean, I've eaten tacos on Tuesday. At our house, we've never done Taco Tuesday.
Gotcha. You must have had tacos on Tuesday at least once, even accidentally.
But you got to do real tacos, not American tacos.
Oh, the Mexican ones are the best.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Yeah.
Like Al Pastor tacos.
Yes. Al Pastor is delicious.
So I went out with Ryan Lee for dinner recently, and we're out, and I said, yeah, I'm sorry that you closed Rewind. I said, I want to explore that on the podcast. He's like, closed it. He's like, we're still in business. I'm like,
That's
are?
Awkward.
Yeah, because they were making those bars. We were big consumers of those, and then the bars stopped one day, and you couldn't get more bars. I was like, oh, I guess he closed his bar business. Well, he transitioned. So then the rest of the conversation was how he made this transition. I'm like, oh, you got to come on the podcast now for sure, so we can talk about that. So listen in. Oh, and by the way, check out rewindco.com. So it's REWINDCO.com while you're listening to this episode to check out what Ryan's got going on. All right, listen on in. I made a big faux pas with that, huh? The Tomato Tuesday. I was
hilarious.
Pressure.
So
I'm no
Talk to me about these tomatoes you eat on.
You're no good under pressure. You're like the best person under pressure.
I'm horrible under pressure.
No, you're excellent under pressure. You're under pressure all the time.
He goes, what do people think on Tuesdays? I'm like, that's tomatoes.
So funny.
I guess I got a rhyme. I need to make Spaghetti Tuesday. Oh, Spaghetti Tuesday.
So I think it's Spaghetti Wednesday. Just saying.
What's do you have any other days of the week that there's something at your house?
Well, Wednesday I think was like advertised as Prince Spaghetti Day or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And Friday, I feel like it's Pizza Friday.
Yeah, Pizza Friday.
It was always pizza.
We do Pizza Sunday.
Oh, you do Pizza Sunday?
Well, not our house. My parents did Pizza Sunday. My mother would say it's the chef's night off.
Gotcha.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And so is pizza from Roma's. I grew up on that stuff.
Do you have a specific vegetable for each night of the week, Mike?
We have tomatoes on Tuesdays. I have frijoles. Is that beans? Frijoles Friday.
Clever.
Slimy Brussels sprouts. My mother used to boil Brussels sprouts, so we had slimy sprouts on Saturday.
Ah,
those are did your parents boil Brussels sprouts?
No.
Jeremy, your mom boiled everything, right?
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, we just had a conversation about this. I went over there for lunch last week or the week before, and she had army green broccoli. And I was like, do you have any broccoli? I'll cook some up. She's like, I got some right there. I was like, that's not broccoli. I was like, I don't know what that is. That's not broccoli. She's like, oh, stop it. I didn't overcook it that much. I'm like, you did. Like, it's mush at this point. I don't want that.
That's what my nanny always overcooked vegetables until they were like disintegrating.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Just little bits. Yeah. Just little bits. Yeah, I don't mind it either.
I think the two most abused vegetables were Brussels sprouts and asparagus. At least at our house. So Brussels sprouts were boiled and asparagus was almost like pickled or something. My mother would just saturate it with Italian dressing.
Ew.
After I think boiling them and then saturating the Italian dressing, and you just bite into it, and it's like a stringy mush.
With vinegar.
How can people eat such disgusting meals? No wonder no kids like vegetables.
I know, right?
That's
actually preparing them correctly.
That's my theory, is that like people would eat vegetables, food is in general, more if they ever had it prepared properly. They just haven't had it prepared properly.
I agree.
Broccoli roasted is phenomenal. If you don't,
I think most vegetables roasted are really phenomenal. Salt and pepper and some.
And they're so easy. I don't understand why we didn't always have roasted vegetables.
And salt and pepper, to Amy, 99% of the spices you need are the salt and pepper.
Just salt and pepper. Exactly.
Don't
I'm
need
happy with
anything
salt and
else.
pepper.
Put that cayenne pepper away. Ditch the
I
paprika.
just need my salt and pepper. I'm good.
Just salt and pepper. A good steak, salt and pepper.
That's true.
Maybe, right?
That's my
Maybe a
favorite.
little rosemary dusting over some bread. That's about it.
A dusting. Ooh.
Thank you very much.
Now you're
I'm
getting
really
fancy.
hungry.
So let's talk about Ryan Lee. Any thoughts or things that you took away from this?
I have
I
one.
did.
Go ahead, Jer.
Oh, hands raised.
I went first last time.
I read between the lines, sort of, when he was talking about how the lead time on the bars was too long, and so then they transitioned to drinks. And so basically, what I got from that is have a backup plan, have a plan B.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the evolution in general and having that grace to keep evolving.
Which brings me to what I wrote down, which was fall in love with your customers, not your product.
I
which
love
I thought
that
was
line.
really smart because it's the importance of not being swayed into bad business decisions by this love you have for your business baby. And I can imagine it's probably quite intense, this love you have for your business baby. Yes, Mike, you can speak to that as the
Yes, I can
entrepreneur in the room.
I can speak to that.
You
I
can
like that he
speak to
called
that.
them rewinders too, his community.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So they had a name to own. And throughout, he was totally integral and honest. Like he was explaining the changes, not just to us, but he shared it with his audience as he's going through it. And therefore they became invested. I love that they're making their own recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went on his website. Those look like some darn good.
Should we buy some? We should buy some.
We should buy some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't
have some in the
realize.
office. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's cherry and pineapple and
Peach.
peach. The peach
I
look
could do
like peach. Should we do peach? Should I buy
Whatever.
some
I
peach?
maybe I don't know. I'm not a big cherry fan.
Okay, we'll
Ironically,
do peach.
and I have
Yeah.
right here in my hand.
Mm.
And I love cherries in a drink. I'm just not a big cherry, like anything bright red.
No.
Maybe it's more the dye than the flavor. And his was green, so maybe we should try it.
Yeah.
I do feel like his desire to stick to the mission superseded, his love of the product as well. So the mission wasn't to create bars. The mission was to create anti-inflammatory foods. And so I think that's another way to position your business so that you don't get stuck in that position.
That was smart.
Yeah.
I love those bars, though. I want those bars back. We were firing through those things.
I think we still have them. So
I don't know. I was
much.
stealing
It's
them
not
out of
old.
somebody's drawer. I was going over there pilfering.
Well, this is back to the old place.
Yes. That's where I was
I think
pilfering.
the bottom drawer here has some still.
Oh,
Bottom what?
the bottom basket
Bottom
by
drawer.
the kitchen.
Bottom
The draw.
draw to basket.
Draw.
Drawer.
Draw.
Draw. It's
Drawer.
not even funny. I don't even have fun. I don't even have fun saying it.
It's right near the Toyota. Toyota.
Yeah, Mike. Toyota.
Toyota. Right near the Toyota.
Toyota.
I also like that he talked about having something tangentially aligned with your business. So like having the 80s stuff.
Yeah, theme.
I think that is really a cool phenomenon.
And then I asked him, I said, but what about people who aren't into it? And he said, people love people with passion.
Mm-hmm.
I like that point too.
Me too.
So just be passionate about your thing, and people will enjoy just the fact that you're passionate about it. All right, let's get out of here. Well, we got to play a game, but also you, our listener friend, what did you learn from this episode? We want to hear that too. Would you do us the privilege of rating our show? Go to rateourpodcast.com and put your thoughts about this specific episode. We would love it. And make sure you subscribe too. So thank you for considering that. All right. What do you got, Jay Sloan?
All right. We got 80s pop culture.
Noise.
Oh, Amy, if you and I don't dominate this.
And it's very possible I won't, but we will try.
I'm pretty sure you will.
I don't
No,
think they're
Kelsey,
too hard.
80s girl.
I will say this. They get progressively harder.
Okay, let's do this. Go.
Okay. What was the most popular?
How is that
video-
helping me?
I will say this.
Yeah, okay.
I will tell you this.
I will tell you this.
You're about to get reamed.
Yeah, because the next one's going to be harder. Whatever. You guys can,
Shut
I
up.
will tell you this, Kelsey.
Shut
You don't
up.
have a chance.
What was the most popular video game in the 80s? Was it Duck Hunt, Tetris, or Super Mario Brothers? All right, question.
Tetris Doug Hunt?
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt.
Duck
They
Hunt.
had
Duck
a gun.
Hunt. Oh.
Yeah.
Doug Hunt.
Sucks to
All
be
right.
Doug.
Yeah. Yeah. Doug, you better run fast. They're coming for you.
Okay.
What was the candy that became popularized by the movie E.T.? Was it M&M's, Reese's Pieces, or Skittles?
Reese's Pieces. Jeremy, you think we're not going to call you out on Reese's Pieces?
What? What's wrong with that?
Reese's
Reese's
Pieces.
Pieces.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Pieces. Yeah.
Pieces. So,
Dude,
what did
How
I
can
say?
you correct someone like that?
Reese's Pieces.
Oh, I don't.
The fact she goes,
Sorry,
"Yeah."
I don't eat them that much.
But Jeremy, it's Reese's Pieces. Yeah. Fired up here.
That was great.
See, I
Okay,
know what
sorry.
it was.
Reese's
Those
Pieces.
long ET fingers to grab the candy.
Well, what was the third option?
You just made
Skittles.
this.
Oh wait, Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces,
When I
Skittles, and
said that,
M&Ms.
Kelsey
M&M.
made the noise that E.T. made in the movie. He goes,
He was the voice for ET. Elliot. That's funny.
That was great.
Okay, in the beginning of the series, Roseanne, where did she work?
Oh,
Was it a canning plant, a plastic factory, or a car manufacturer?
I didn't think she worked at those places.
She worked
That was
at
from the 80s.
the Reese's Pieces factory.
Reese's
The Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
All right, you guys ready for the answers?
Yes, sir.
All right, what was the most popular video game in the 80s?
Tetris.
This is Super Mario Brothers.
I think Tetris was 90s. And I think Super Mario was late 80s, maybe early 90s. I'm going to go with Duck Hunt with the video game.
So it actually was Super Mario Brothers. Tetris was close behind. Tetris is older than you think it is. Tetris was 80s.
Oh.
But it wasn't the most popular 80s.
And Duck Hunt, it was tough because there was I think it was 2 games in one. So I think that's why it was
split in half. What was the other game? Like
Leaper or something? Like
it was,
Frogger?
No, it was Mario Brothers. It was Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, who played Duck Hunt then? Yeah.
Duck Hunt was awesome. You get the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What was the candy that became popularized by the movie E.T.?
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
That's I put Reese's Pieces and I changed to Skittles.
No, I put M&M's, but I should have said Reese's Pieces because I think I'm 99% sure it was that.
Yeah, it was Reese's Pieces.
Yeah. I
Nice
put
job on
M&M.
the
I wrote down.
pronunciation.
Thank you.
It's true. He didn't pronounce it. Like this. How could you ever guess? It's true. She became ET.
Right there. That's exactly E.T.
I know.
I'm
You should-
gonna get an ET sign for outside her door of her office
no.
now.
Sparkle's new name's ET.
All right. In the beginning of the series Roseanne, where did she work?
A car manufacturer?
Canning in the cars. Oh.
I put a canning plant.
I'm gonna say canning.
It was a plastic factory.
None of us got it right.
No, you all got it wrong.
Like, what is she doing? I vaguely remember her being like an assembly line or something, wasn't she?
She was making plastic.
Okay.
Well, I thought she was a waitress. Was that her sister that was a waitress? Was somebody?
That was her
waitress?
daughter, I think, right?
Huh.
I haven't seen it
Yeah.
in a while. But there you go, 80s trivia.
Thank you.
I got one
Derek.
right.
Yeah.
Got one right.
I got 0 right.
Who are you? Do we even know you?
I don't know me. I continually disappoint myself. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so easy.
You come in too cocky.
I get
You're
way
like,
too
I
cocky.
got
I'm way too cocky. Way too cocky.
Mhm.
All right. Hey, I just want to remind folks, go to rewindco.com right now. Check it out. We're going to order some of his product too. And I really do appreciate if you would review the show. So go to rateourpodcast.com. Any questions you have, I want to answer them. So go to or email askmike@mikemichalowicz.com so I can answer them. We're out of here, right?
Yeah.
Wishing you
good time.
Wish you a good time.
wish you